Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements looking at your connection between you and the person you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. We'll be pulling for all three sides of the connection. We'll look at your energy, their energy, and the energy in between it, the concept being that there are three sides to every story. So we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. The overall purpose of this reading is to look at the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Further reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. On that note, and especially if you're a cross-watcher, just know that this whole reading can be reversed. If that is the case for you, that is totally fine and totally normal. Again, take what helps, leave what doesn't. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Gemini, let's jump on in. We're looking at overall energy through oracle cards first, and then we'll dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress. So let's start, Gemini, with your side of this connection. Breakups and makeups, and then you have unfinished business here. So you and this person have been stuck in a cycle for a while. A cycle of we come together, there's distance, things are working out, oh wait, no they're not. Oh my gosh, it's finally happening, and then something happens. And I feel like this has been probably pretty emotionally draining for you, but I feel like it's hard because every time that there is a separation or an argument or conflict or something that drives you guys apart, even if it's not like a physical breakup or like a full-blown breakup, like things that kind of drive you guys into some form of separation, it's hard because I feel like you then feel as if there's unfinished business, as if there is more potential than the connection has reached to that point, which keeps you maybe coming back or keeps you trying again or giving this person a chance or whatever the case is, which I get. Like, I've certainly been there. Let's see what is going on with this person's energy. This person's energy toward Gemini. Contract. Interesting. Patience. And then interference. There's something outside of this connection that interferes with this person's ability to fully commit. Something to do with this contract card. I don't know if it's it could be a third party, but I'm not saying it is. And I feel like you know if there's a third party. So this isn't me telling you that there is. Kids, work, I don't know. Toxic habits, like this, it's this, because this feels karmic. Something karmic that I feel blocks their ability to commit, but I feel like it's like they keep asking you to trust or to have patience or something. I don't know. This energy is interesting, and it's a little bit, I don't know. Let's see. Truth of this connection between Gemini and this person. Let's dive deeper into this. I don't want to jump to conclusions, so I just kind of want to see what comes through. Love. So there is love here. I feel like it's mutual. Like, I feel like the feelings are mutual. Or like you've been really patient, really understanding. Boundaries. I feel like it's hard because you know how this person feels about you deep down, even if like their actions or their lack of commitment doesn't really show that. But I feel like at the same time, you know what you want here. I feel like you know what you want. And I feel like you're doing what you can to like be patient and to, hope that things eventually evolve, but at the same time, it's been a pretty difficult and painful experience for you. And ultimately, I feel this has just kind of been unfair. And so I feel like there's I don't know, something about this that Spirit wants to draw to your attention. Like I said, I don't fully know yet. These readings are kind of like putting the pieces of a puzzle together. So this overall energy helps me kind of just get an overall understanding of what's happening, and then tarot starts to fill in the gaps. Overall theme of this reading for Gemini. So something interferes. Something interferes. Inevitable. And then stand your ground. It's like you always inevitably end up in the same place with this person. It's like, even if things feel like they're going well, or even if things feel like they're going to be different, or if they say it, they're going to be different, or what, you always end up in the same place. And I feel like you're wanting, it's like a merry-go-round, but like I feel like at the same time you still feel there is a lot of potential here, and I feel like they feel that too. So this is not a one-sided kind of thing, but I don't want to say the effort's even one-sided either. I don't know what this is. I don't know what they're caught up in. I don't know what they're dealing with, but I do know that, and I'm just going to be straight and say it, that you deserve more than this. And I do feel like you know that, but I also feel like you have like a lot of understanding maybe, or like empathy for what they're dealing with. And so I don't really know. Let's just, I feel like I've said I don't know so many times, and I feel like you're like, yeah, me either. That's why I'm watching this reading. So let's dive into this a little deeper, Gemini. Let's look. You have unfinished business with breakups and makeups. Gemini side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of reciprocation of effort. Receiving way less than what you're giving to this. And I think that, you're doing it out of hopes that things are eventually going to change, right? Like, you don't want things to be like this forever. But I feel like the more that things don't change, the harder this is getting. Here you are, Queen of Swords. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Two of Swords in reverse. So you're at this place almost of indecision. And I feel like you've been at a place of indecision for a really long time, like not really knowing what to do here. And I feel like it's been hard because, again, you see that potential, you see everything that this could be, but at the same time, how things have been, I mean, it's draining you. It's taking a huge toll on you. So it's putting you in a really uncomfortable place where you're like, I want what this could be. Like, I want everything that I see here, but at the same time, I can't keep doing this. And I think that but then you have the Two of Cups. There's so much love here that you have for them, which just complicates everything, right? Because then it's like, what would I be giving up, and what would I miss out on if I, were to walk away? But yeah, you're just in this Five of Cups. There's a lot of grief, it's like you're constantly disappointed. You're constantly disappointed here. Yeah, but then there's the Ten of Cups. It's like, but you see, this is everything that you've ever wanted. So yeah, that's a really hard place to be. And then the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like there's this loneliness here. It's like you feel very lonely in this connection, but you're waiting on things to change. You're waiting for things to get better, for when that wheel finally turns in your favor, but then you just stay stuck. You always end up back in the same place, back in that disappointment. What else? Six of Swords. Oh, that's in reverse. There's the stuck. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, when we're in this position where we see potential in a path, we obviously want to do everything we can to bring that potential, to make that potential realized, right? To get to a place where this future that we see, or this potential and possibility that we see, because we fear like, well, if I didn't give it, if I don't give it everything that I can, maybe I'll have regrets, right? I feel like that maybe you fear regretting not trying as hard as you can. But then it's like we get to this point where you're like, but I can't keep doing this. And I think that that's this energy of like, something's got to give here. Like something has to change, because you can't keep going on in this cycle with this person as things are, because it's continuing to put you in, it's putting you in an unfair place. Sorry, guy. Silly hit him. This person's energy toward Gemini, patience with contract. So what is their energy toward you? Confusing, that's for sure. Three of Swords. Ten of Swords. Whoa. The Hierophant in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. What is this contract? What is this contract card representing? King of Swords in reverse. You also could be dealing with another air sign, but let me clarify. I want to clarify contract and patience. What is this representing here? Because I see what it's saying about it, but I want to know specifically what this contract is representing. It's like they're tied up. Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse. It's like they're tied up in situations that, don't serve them, don't like align with them, that aren't right for them, but that they're continuing to choose. And I'm not talking about a third party. And even if it's like, because I mentioned kids, right? Like obviously, there are things that they have to prioritize. But whatever this is feels karmic. It feels like choosing a karmic path that ends up hurting them time and time again. It's like they keep ending up in this Three of Swords. They keep ending up in this Ten of Swords energy. Because yeah, Two of Wands in reverse, not in alignment. But then there's this King of Swords in reverse energy, which feels as if it's like something keeps wearing them down to where they believe less and less that they're worthy of good, that they're worthy of the things that they desire, especially when it comes to love. So it's like they choose the path that keeps them from the love that they deserve, whatever that might mean here. Whether that's pushing you away, whether that's self-sabotaging, whether that's, being a runner, whether that, over prioritizing work, whatever it is. And I think that this Hierophant in reverse is this indication that this person needs a little bit of a wake-up call to recognize that, because not only are they doing this to them, to you, but they're doing this to themselves too. So I don't necessarily know what this is, and I honestly feel like that doesn't really matter for the sake of this reading, because it's not necessarily about what they're choosing, it's the energy behind it, right? We tend to make choices in alignment of what we believe that we deserve. And there's obviously a lot of potential in this connection, a lot of really wonderful energy that is available to them. but it's not that they're not interested, it's that they're not making the choice that aligns with what's best for them, which is obviously hurting you. Because this Page of Swords in reverse, like this to me is like inauthenticity, like things that don't align with their true nature, things that don't align with like who they really are and what they really want. It's like making decisions that align with wounding, making decisions that align with like karmic cycles. It feels like they're stuck in their own karmic situations. And I feel like you're spending a lot of your time kind of waiting, right? Waiting for them to wake up, waiting for them to make healthier decisions, waiting for them to choose what is going to serve them the most. But in all of your waiting on them, there's this energy of suffering on your side. It's like you're suffering for the sake of what could potentially be. And I get it, right? When we see a lot of potential in something, again, we want to do everything that we can to try to bring that to fruition. But we also have to ask ourselves if what we're doing is fair to us, or if it's going to align with the decisions that we're making now are aligning with what is in our control. Because one of the things that's absolutely not in our control is other people, right? There's no guarantee people are going to wake up. There's no guarantee people are going to decide to make healthier choices. There's no guarantee that anybody's going to change. And we make decisions and we wait on people to change, there's usually something else going on. Because when we're waiting on other people to choose us, to value us, to be what we want, there's usually an indication, because other people are a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. The people we invest in are a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. And when we're investing our time and our energy into people who don't choose us, or don't, love us in the way that we deserve, or don't, treat us in association with our value, there's usually some indication of how we are doing the same, how we are not choosing us, how we are not loving us in the way that we want, or choosing, or valuing us, or choosing us in association with our value. And so I feel like Spirit's trying to draw your attention to a mirror here, because it's not so much about what this person is doing and why. It's more so asking a question of what this cycle is representing for you, so that you can break out of it and attract the love that you deserve. Because something's got to give here, right? Like, this is unfair to you. And that's just like, you can argue why this person is doing these things and where they're coming from, and like be so empathetic and so understanding. But like your needs matter too. Like, your desires matter too. And I feel like there's some self-abandonment here for the sake of, trying to love this person, or be there for this person, or wait on this person, or whatever. And it's keeping you trapped in a cycle of not having what you deserve. So I feel like Spirit is trying to draw you to that cycle. I see this a lot, and this might not resonate for everyone, but I see this a lot when the people believe that they are dealing with a twin flame. Because when we meet our twin flame, they spark a lot in us. And one of the things that ends up happening is, since we see both the good of ourselves and the bad of ourselves in them, we have this overwhelming amount of like level of empathy and understanding for them. It's like we understand why they do the things that they do, or why they're hurting, or where it's coming from. And we understand, they run from love because they don't love themselves, and all of these things. And that's amazing and beautiful. This world would be a better place if more people had empathy. But the ultimate experience of meeting your twin flame is your healing and your wholeness of self, right? It's not about waiting on somebody to love you. It's not about waiting on someone to heal and to wake up and to make the healthy decisions that you want them to make. It's about focusing on the mirror of what these things are reflecting in you, how you can make healthier choices for you. If somebody isn't choosing you, how can you choose you? If somebody isn't valuing you, how are you needing to value you more? And when we start flipping that mirror, we take our power back a little bit, and we start to make choices that align with what we deserve instead of what aligns with what we think we need. And trust me, I know from experience how powerful those mirrored connections can be. But I also know, and I've sat in this place for so long of waiting on somebody to love me, choose me, value me, be what I needed them to be. And it broke me. Like, it took everything from me. And Spirit emptied me in that way to get me to see the truth that the love that I was looking for wasn't from outside of me. It wasn't from the people who wouldn't choose me, love me, or value me. It was from me. It was guiding me back to myself to help me make decisions based on my worth and my lovableness and my deservingness, not making decisions based on needing to feel worthy, lovable, and deserving by people who made me feel unlovable, worthy, and deserving. Because the number one ways that our wounds show up in our relationships is by trying to get people who don't love us, choose us, or value us to do that. And sometimes we don't really realize that that's happening. But when we shift our focus to the mirror, it can take us to it leads us to what our assignment is, what we're here, what we can focus on, what we're here to do, and what's in our power and our control, so that we know if other people are a reflection of our relationship with ourselves, and we heal that relationship with self, we're going to attract the love that we deserve, whether it's in the person that we think we need or not. And that's where, our power lies. So I feel like Spirit is saying something's got to give here. Like, this is not fair to you. And if things continue down this road, it's going to continue not to be fair, right? You can't focus on what's out of your power and what's out of your control. You have to focus on what you need and trust that those decisions, those healthy choices that are, prioritizing you and prioritizing your value, that's going to lead you to the love that you ultimately deserve. But with that being said, I know that's not always that easy, but I'm going to hop on over to the extended You Have Boundaries with Love. I'm going to dive deeper into this, looking at the deeper purpose and the best way for you to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Thank you so much, Gemini, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you are needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Gemini.